Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeola Mosaku, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the differences between a non-stick pot and a stainless steel pot. I'm making this video because a lot of my friends have asked me what kind of pots do I use and which ones would I recommend. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the community of Know About It. I talk about things that you might not know about, and if you don't know about it, how are you going to organize with it? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about non-sticks and stainless steel pots. You're going to find out the differences between both of them, and you might find out that you like one than the other, or you might find out that you like both. So stay tuned to the end of this video and you'll find out your preference. So here are my pots. I've got exactly the same pots in the same brand, one in the non-stick and one in the stainless steel. So what's the difference between these two? Basically, this non-stick, it's been around for over 60 years now, and its popularity is in the fact that when you do use this pot, it's a lot easier to clean, it's a lot easier to wipe. When you make food in it, it doesn't stick to the pot itself, so it's easy for you to clean. You're not going to spend hours in the sink trying to clean it off. So let's go straight into it, and the first point I'm going to be making here is that this non-stick pot, to wash it is the easiest thing to do. You literally just give it a good wipe and it's good to go. If you are like me and you cook things like swallow food, say eba or inyo, which is known as pounded yam, or if you make amala for that matter, this can be a nightmare to clean. So what you have to do is soak it first, and then you'll have to leave it for a couple of hours before you can wash it and get it nice and clean. Also, there's a difference between having a really good solid pan, and the way you know is if you if it's got a good stirred on it and it's quite strong, it tells you it's a good pot. It's basically how many millimeters you've got going on here at the bottom of the pan. The bigger is the better. So this, if you can give it a good knock, or actually, the very good way to know if you're getting a good pan is if you can whack someone with it. If you can give someone a good whack and knock them out, that is a good sign that you're getting a very good pot. So basically, if you're not having a good pot and it's really, really light, what would happen is that you would have uneven cooking, and then some places will start to burn a lot quicker than others. So that's the reason why when you're getting a pot, whether it's non-stick or a stainless steel, especially with stainless steel, you want to make sure you're getting one with a very good base and very strong and a good quality one. I like the Le Creuset brand. They're very good quality. So the next point we are going to be looking at for the non-stick, which is not a positive point for it, is the fact that you can't actually preheat it too much, because it just doesn't really preheat as much as if you're trying to use a stainless steel one. If you're trying to like fry stew, for example, and you want to really hot oil, then stainless steel is a good option for you. So if you're making gravy or a pan sauce or searing meat, then this pot is your number one. This is the best for doing any of those three I just mentioned just now. Stainless steel is what you want. On the other hand, if you're making anything like maybe you want to fry egg with a very little bit of oil, or maybe non-oil at all, we might actually get through to this video to this point where we get to find out if you can fry egg in a non-stick pan without any oil. We'll see what the results will give us in a minute. So a non-stick will be the pan for you. My next point is the fact that stainless steel is more durable than non-stick, and the reason being is the fact that this non-stick coating, which uses Teflon, it damages quite easily because it's got that coating in it. And as you can see, mine, it's got scratches all over it. It's, you know, you can see it's a bit more scratched all over there. I got them about the same time. It's just like I use this more. I'm more of a non-stick cook, so I use a non-stick pots more than I would use this, but I use them almost equally as good as each other. And I must say that in the non-stick pots, the reason why you would maybe get a lot of damage on it is because you have to be careful when you're using it. You have to handle it with a lot more care than with your stainless steel. You have to make sure that you don't put it in the dishwasher, because the scratches will come out even more. I don't know if you can see I haven't got much scratches on there, but just on here is where I've got most of my scratches coming out. But that's because I do not put this as much as I would prefer to put it in the dishwasher. I don't put it in the dishwasher. I try and make sure that as soon as I finish washing it, I wipe it clean and put it back in its place. With this, I'm a bit more relaxed with the stainless steel. I get to put it in the dishwasher, take it out, clean it, and put it back to its place. So even though the non-stick is easier and quicker to wash, it requires a lot more tender loving care rather than the stainless steel that you can just put in the dishwasher. The non-stick pot, if you try to preheat it, which means you're putting it on without anything in it for a long time, what would happen is the fact that because the pot is made up of so many non-stick layers, the heat has nowhere to go and it would just deteriorate your pot basically. So here goes the experiment with our egg without oil, no nothing. The point of doing this is to find out if my non-stick pan is still working as a non-stick pan. If it doesn't, don't panic. Let's find out. There we go. Gonna put some salt. The idea of this is to find out if you do fry an egg or make a pancake, the perfect result you're looking for is for it to glide off the pot without any sticking to the pot. That's the idea of non-stick. Actually, over 2 years I've had my non-stick pot, so it's seen better days, so I'm not sure if it's still going to work fully as a non-stick pot. And my point is, I don't think there's any point in you spending a lot of money on a non-stick pot. Just buy the brand you like and a decent one, because no matter how good the quality they might claim it to be, or no matter how much you spend on it or don't spend on it, the truth is the fact that non-stick do damage, they do scratch. And maybe the first year you got it, unless you are extremely careful with using it, like I would say I was not extremely careful, I was careful with it but not extremely careful, then you might find that your non-stick is not as it was when you first bought it. Whereas with stainless steel, it would just continue to do its job as it normally will. So let's look at what the egg is doing now. So let's ask, how do you like your eggs? Do you like them boiled or poached or fried, or do you like a scrambled egg? How do you like your eggs? I like mine either way. I love eggs, whether they're well done, whether they're not well done, whether they're fried, whether they're boiled. I just like eggs. So that's me. Let me know how you like yours. So let's see how well the egg is doing so far. So it's not doing bad at all. I would say that's not done yet. Still have a bit of runny egg here, but not looking bad at all. Let's see if we can pick it up. And we just, yeah, seems like that will slide very easily. Just like that. That's passed our test. There we go. So I think the trick to it is just make sure that you've got the right temperature on it, because I did try it earlier and it wasn't working. So just make sure you've got a good temperature on there and you'll be able to get that same result. So that's my experiment for the non-stick done. For my next experiment, I am going to try and see which pot is going to heat up quicker. So I've got a non-stick here, same size and same brand. I've got a non-stick and I've got a stainless steel. I am going to warm water, or at least try and boil water in both of them and see which one is going to boil quicker. So I've got 300 ml here and then 300 ml here, so I'm going to pour them in here, both pots. I'm going to put on my induction hob and I'm going to put it on the highest. Okay, also I am going to time this. I'm going to time this to see which one is going to boil the quickest. So let's give it a go. So clearly you can see that my stainless steel pot is boiling, and this is just over a minute, and my non-stick one is just kind of getting its boils ready. So clearly this is a winner. Stainless steel is definitely quicker if you want to boil something. at a higher heat. Well, non-stick is not doing so bad. It's starting to boil up now, but definitely the stainless steel will be a winner for this. So clearly, for this experiment, the stainless steel is a winner. So if you have anything that you want to boil, say an egg for example, you want to go for the stainless steel. If you have anything you want to fry, for example egg as well, I will go for the non-stick. So different scenarios, different pots needed. Now I'd like to give you some tips on buying pots and pans. If you're going to get a non-stick pot, make sure it's PFOA free. For me, I've been using non-stick pot for 10 years, over 10 years now, and I find them absolutely fine. But that's me. For you, you look out for PFOA and make sure it's free, and then you'll be fine with that. If you're going to be using non-stick pots, another thing you must make sure is that you do take good care of them. Just make sure you clean them without putting them in the dishwasher, and no harsh chemicals either. My next point would be, if you're getting a pot, make sure that it's not so thin on the base. Make sure it's got a good stirring, it's got a good handle on it as well, so it doesn't burn you all the time when you're cooking. Also make sure that it's of a good brand. There's so many good brands out there. Another point would be, make sure that the pot is not too loud. If you're in a store and you're trying to bake, just kind of knock on it and make sure that it's not too loud, because the louder is, the most likely that it's quite thin, and that's how you know if it's a thin one or if it's a thick base pot. So I'm hoping that this video would help you to make a more informed decision when you're trying to buy either a non-stick or a stainless steel. I like stainless steel. I've been using it for a couple of years now. They are very, very good. They're very sturdy. You can preheat them. They're a bit more versatile, and they're a bit more rugged as well, because you can wash them more flexibly. You can put them in a dishwasher. You can use them for pretty much everything else. And the idea of, you know, using stainless steel and they're just going to burn and you're going to have to spend hours cleaning, it's not always true. If you have a bit more confidence in what you're cooking and how you're cooking, you'll find that having to use a stainless steel is a very good delight. Also, there are ways to make your stainless steel to act like a non-stick pot. If you're interested in that, let me know. I can make a video for you on that. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the experiment with me. If you would like to use a non-stick, or if you were thinking of getting a non-stick pot, let me know below. If you were more of a stainless steel pot person, let me know below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, do subscribe. This is how YouTube would know that I am giving you good content, and they can make it more available to other people. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.